So, anyways, let's get to the main event here, which is the men's elimination chamber, which consisted of Randy Orton, L.A. Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Logan Paul. And right off the bat, the ones in the actual ring started off with Cody and Javon. And the first one out of the chamber was Trick Williams. And Javon chokeslams both Cody and Trick Williams and tries to pin them both, but they both kick out and stuff. Logan Paul gets out. L.A. Knight gets out afterwards. He slams Paul into one of the no, he actually slams him into one of the chambers and then slams him into the other chamber. And of course, Wendy and I were cheering for that. And then Logan Paul climbs the chains, and then Javon and let me see. I remember Logan Paul climbs the chains, but then like Javon also climbed up after him and stuff. And all three of them, him, Javon, and L.A. Knight, were on top of one of the pods. And Javon and L.A. Knight both grab Paul and just throw his fucking ass out of there, where he lands on top of Cody and Trick Williams. And then finally, Randy Orton is the one out. Sorry?
No, I was laughing because they just yeeted his ass out.
Yep, yeet that fucker. Got my channel demonetized. Anyways, let me see here. So Randy Orton's the last one out. Javon leaps up to someone. It was too quick. We didn't see who it was. But Logan Paul takes a chance to grab him, slam him, and pin him. We were like, oh, fuck. We don't want Logan Paul, getting wins here. LA Knight goes to jump off the ropes. He stumbles. He does an elbow drop onto Randy Orton. Paul manages to pin Knight during this and eliminates him. And we were like, dude. And then he pins and eliminates Trick Williams, and we're like, okay, if this fucker wins, you know what I mean? We were starting to get kind of pissed now. So the mysterious mask guy that's been attacking, he also was in the Royal Rumble for a moment. He attacked one of the people. He comes in there, climbs to the ring, and he gets grabbed by security, but it was like a ruse. So when they're busy with that mask guy, the real mask guy shows up, and I kind of already knew, you kind of guess. He what he does here, he gets into the open door. Oh yeah, because the mask guy got in there, and while they were opening the door to get him out, the other guy gets in, and oh no, wait a minute. No, the Trick got pinned, and when they were taking Trick out, he got in there. The guy attacks Logan Paul. Cody pins and eliminates him. The mask guy turns out to be Seth Rollins. He just does like an epic little stare down with Cody and eventually leaves. I kind of had an idea with Seth Rollins because in the last one in the Royal Rumble, he did do the curb stomp on the one guy he attacked. So I was kind of like, So it wasn't that surprising for me. It was Seth Rollins, even after not watching WWE for so long. So anyways, the final two are Cody versus Randy Orton. Then Drew McIntyre, who still got some beef with Cody, comes out and cheap shots him with the title from behind. Cody starts attacking McIntyre. Randy hits him with the RKO. And yeah, I remember that. They both kind of teamed up on McIntyre. But for that brief moment that they're, I guess, teaming up, Cody turns to, what's his face, to Orton, just in time for the RKO. And the RKO, ain't no one getting up from that. Cody does hit Drew with, oh wow, what am I? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Randy got Drew with the RKO, but then all the stuff that I mentioned with Cody hitting Drew with the crossroads, but then when he turns around, Randy grabs him, does the RKO, he wins the match, and I forgot which champion he's going up against. Is it also Roman Reigns?
He's going against Drew for that title, but we'll get to that in a bit. A lot of the things they've been building up with Randy is that after he had a fight with like Aleister Black, they are implying that they're going to turn Randy heel again and bring back
he's not heel the whole time.
No, he's been a baby face for the longest time. It's been like 4 years since he's been a villain. God. But because some people I would just never buy as a baby face, you know what I mean? I know, but people love him as I don't know, the fans just love his damn theme song so much they can't not hate him, I guess. I don't know. But but the thing of it is like they've been teasing it for like 2 years about him doing the punt. And I'm like, just fucking do it, man. If you're gonna do it, just fucking do it. And I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? If the only way it's going to work is if Randy's a villain, because what he did there with Cody, it was like such a pure villain move. That's an old school Randy villain taking advantage of that shit. But I was kind of like, about the men's chamber. Weirdly enough,
Oh,
I mean, I didn't hate it. I just thought it was like, okay. I think it was also Logan eliminating 2 people just really irked
yeah,
me.
that guy. Like I said, we were like, okay, if this fucker wins, we were like that. We
Him
were like that
him
pissed.
beating Javon, that wasn't that. Beating Javon, I was like, eh. But him beating Trick, I'm like, God damn it! Like, man, I was pissed about that one. But then all the crap with Drew, and then this bullshit with Seth, and I'm like, can't you just let me have one nice thing and just one good chamber without someone interfering? Like, yeah, I got the women's. I'm like, well, women's one was great comparatively, but I was like, it was really funny. I was texting my girlfriend because we were watching it, simulcasting on, we're watching it separate times. We were simulcasting it, and I literally go, "Wow, this has been a great show." ... Wonder if they'll fuck it up, and then Chamber started. I'm like, well, didn't mean to call that, but here we are. I'm like, but yeah, no. Honestly, though, there was a bunch of good spots in the chamber. I loved LA Knight doing the BFT on the tube. That was like, like that was cool. There was a bunch of spots. I loved the the joke that went viral of like when it was Javon, Trick, and Cody beating up Logan, and it says 3 black men getting reparations. I was online. I started laughing so hard. I was like, God damn it! Like, that's too good. There's that. Like I said, a lot of the spots on the chamber were really cool. There was, I mean, Javon. Man, that kid is a dynamo. That kid is great in the ring.
Yeah, he was cool.
He's so crisp. Like every time he hits a move, that's the one thing. I don't mind high flyers, but you gotta sell it, and he sells it like so good. Him and Leon Slater, man, those kids are like, you could do a flippy dippy backflip, whatever, springboard, this, that, and the other thing, but if it doesn't matter and you get back up and do another move, like, who cares? But Javon makes every move look like it hurts. But I like that because of that. And obviously, Trick has got charisma for days. His skill set is great too. Like I said, Logan Paul was the most out of place person in that whole match. I'm all like,
click unsubscribe on him,
It's like we got the American Nightmare Cody. He's like the biggest star, one of the biggest stars they got. He's like, you got the legend Randy Orton. You got Javon Evans, the new up and comer high flyer. You got Trick Williams, the presence and the new aura into the WWE, and Logan, and LA Knight, the megastar. And Logan, like, it's like, that's what I feel like. I'm like, it's all like. He's like, you know how much numbers I get on YouTube? I'm like, I don't care. Randy's that kid who opens toys gets more views than you. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't give a shit. It's like I love how he brags like, I sold a Charizard for $16 million. I'm like, it's not really a brag, dude. I don't care. Like, what? Good for you. Like, yay. I'm like, okay, it's not really an accomplishment as much as it's just you sold a thing. I'm like, okay. Anyway, but like I said, the match itself was fun. It was okay. Outcome was kind of meh. On SmackDown, though, what was so funny is after the Chamber, post-show, Nick Aldis... Okay, so here's the thing, a little backstory you have to understand. Cody lost the belt to Drew because of a Hell in a Cell, 3 Stages of Hell match. He won the belt in the 3rd match, which was a steel cage, by escape. The reason he won that is because Jacob Fatu interfered. Before the match started, this is like a month or 2 ago. So it was before the Royal Rumble. I'm just explaining in detail what happened. Drew McIntyre made a contract that he would get a title opportunity. And the catch is that if Cody lost, he wouldn't get a rematch.
Mm.
So cut to the Royal Rumble. Cody needed to win the Royal Rumble to get the shot at Drew to get his belt back. And then Drew hit him and eliminated him from the match. Cut to, goes in the Elimination Chamber. Drew hits him and prevents him from winning again. And then Nick Aldis, after Elimination Chamber, gets so pissed off, and he literally goes, he's like, "You're going to defend your belt against Cody on SmackDown." And they're like, he's like, "Oh, you can't do that." Da, da, da. And Nick basically said, "Well, you went against your word in every way, so I'm going to do it too." And I'm like, that's why I made that. I saw that meme that literally said, "There's not going to be any rematches, no matter what." It's like, you're going to have a rematch on SmackDown. It's like, wait a minute. You said no. You said you wouldn't do that. Why? Fuck you. That's why. Like, that's basically what it was. I was like laughing so hard. I'm like, yeah, basically. But yeah, on SmackDown, Cody had a match with Drew. It was a crazy, crazy match. Weapons here and there, tables, everything. Jacob Fatu prevented Drew McIntyre from using a chair on Cody. Cody beats Drew. Cody becomes the world champion on SmackDown, and now it's going to be Cody versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. So that's what happened on SmackDown.
No, wow. Yeah. What was it? CM Punk versus Reigns. How did that go?
That hasn't happened yet.
Oh, okay, so
That's the WrestleMania match. That's the WrestleMania match. It's Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania, and then they had that freaking epic fight on the mic between each other.
Ooh,
and Roman literally was saying how he's going to, he's like basically how they tolerate him, and then he's gonna put him in. He's going to make him retire. He's going to retire him, and then he's going to force him to run NXT, where he brings up the next generation just so Roman can smoke each and every one of them, and he can watch as his dreams die. And then he tried walking away, and Punk literally grabbed his ass, and like freaking smoked him on the mic, and started just talking all this shit about how he's going to like, you know, do all this crazy, like he basically, "You're going to retire me? Well, I'm going to bury you." He literally said, like, "I'm going to bury you." And he's like basically saying, "You have never done a thing alone," which is true. And he's like, "You keep saying we tolerate you. What do you have, some Samoan goblins in your pockets no one knows about?" He's like, "You don't got cousins, you don't got friends, you don't got a tribe, you're Mr. Tribal Chief, you don't have anything." And he basically said, like, "I'm going to bury at WrestleMania. I'm not going to beat you. I'm going to bury you. And then you won't be alone, because then I'll bury you right next to your dad." And then he walks away. Oh my.
Ooh.
I was like, he pulled a Christian. I was like, he pulled a Christian.
One question: has any woman stepped up yet to like challenge AJ for the title and for WrestleMania or whatever? Or?
No, but next week they're going to be doing I think it's a gauntlet match with like 6 competitors, and the winner gets a title shot, I think, for her. I think. I know I have to hang on. Actually,
Is that Raw or SmackDown? Because I might actually watch that.
Raw. I think it's on Raw. Let me check.
So like tomorrow then, I guess, for people watching this, is this taking place on a Sunday?
Yeah, let me double check. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry.
I know who I'd like to see face her, but let's hope she's in that Rumble.
Like I said, I hope it's not the Bellas and not Becky for another rematch, because just go away for a while.
Yeah, so it's so 2 matches are slated on Raw. Oba Femi versus Rusev, that's going to be interesting. And Io, so it's a women's Intercontinental #1 contender gauntlet match with Io Sky, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, Ivy Nile, Asuka, and Raquel Rodriguez.
My 2
honestly, she's never. I'm cool with any of them, honestly.
Yeah,
that all sounds cool.
Like, none of them are bad, but the main 2 that I want to see, that I hope she, like, you know, they end up winning, would either be Bayley, because like she influenced the hell out of Bailey. So that would literally be like master versus student in a way. Or if we just want to test her metal, I really want to see her go up against Raquel.
I would love to see that. I also just if they use the history, I would love her versus Asuka. Because if you think about it, AJ started the women's revolution, but Asuka legitimized women's wrestling in WWE.
Very valid.
She made wrestling legitimate with her NXT run and all of her matches. Like, yeah, she solidified women's wrestling in WWE. I don't know. I mean, that's a possibility. I don't know if they'll go that route. I mean, but to be fair, her versus Lyra would be good. The only one I don't really want is Ivy. Nothing against Ivy. I'm just kind of like, eh. But her versus Io at WrestleMania would be very interesting.
Oh, dude, that would be a very interesting match.
I'm like, I don't think AJ's ever fought a high flyer. Now that I think about it, I don't think she really has.
Well, common back then, to be honest, right?
Huh?
Wasn't that common back then?
Yeah, it was very rare. Like you never saw women get. I think the only woman I ever saw really get on the top rope frequently was maybe Molly Holly.
Molly Holly and Lita.
Yeah, but even Lita was rare. Like Lita mostly just for moonsault. Or like for a spot to help the Hardys, but really in a match, you never saw women on the top rope, really.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
unless you went to Mexico or Japan.
Think of any
they did that shit all the time. What?
No, I'm just saying I can't think of any offhand, like any like high flyer, you know. I mean, I know there's lots of female luchadoras and stuff, but not like a WWE or WCW.
Not in WWE. Not until, honestly, I really mean this sincerely, not until they started allowing luchadora style or mostly Japanese women's wrestling into WWE did it become the norm. That it was okay. It was like, oh, women could do this. It's like, yes. I'm like, it's literally like it goes back to that misogyny thing. That's hilariously like it's not even mean. It's just kind of like, oh, it's not. Oh, you're not sexist. You're just unaware of how the world works. It's like I don't know if you ever heard the story about the first woman who went into space. When she first went into space, these are NASA scientists. They didn't know how that time of the month was, so they put 20,000 tampons in this fucking spaceship, and then they go, "I'm only going to be up there for 2 months," and they go, "So is that not enough, or do you?" What?
I mean, it could have been a real bad month, bro.
Like, they're rocket scientists, and they don't know how this works. I'm like, I'm like, oh, you truly don't know. Okay, like it's really funny. Just in hindsight, knowing that little story, it's like they really did not know. Anyway, but
so
what did you think of the show overall? I thought it was great. Honestly, I had a fun time with it.
Yeah, honestly, I like it. I'm starting. I mean, I don't know about watching the actual episodes, although I do want to watch tomorrow's Raw if that's what's going to happen. I am curious to. I want to actually see it, not just hear about it after the fact. I want to see who's going to challenge AJ at WrestleMania. But yeah, I do like this format. I know I complained about it back in the day when I first heard about it, but because it was like the 2-day thing. But yeah, having just 4 matches and Raw title matches and stuff like that. They're not like 3-hour. Well. They're not 5 or 6 or 10 hours long and stuff. When you got like a 2-hour pre-show, 8-hour main show, and then you got the scrum afterwards and all that with Angry Muffins or whatever. It's like, it is more refreshing and it doesn't wear out its welcome. And of course, for us, it's a good chance to get refamiliarized with the newer generation. Now, I do like that we still got some familiar faces. We still got the Randy Ortons, the Miz, Cody. I remember Drew McIntyre too and stuff like that. But yeah, I am digging the newer people. But overall, for this event, it was cool. As like you said, I was more invested in the women's elimination chamber match. The men's was cool too, but I did like the women's more. I mean, they blasted people through the fucking glass and everything. That's a bit more epic. Yeah. And also, just the fact that both AJ and CM Punk won, because again, that was the lingering thing throughout the night. It's like well, AJ, I guess he's gonna lose because CM Punk just has to win. It's Chicago. It's CM Punk. Oh, AJ won, so is CM Punk gonna lose? Oh shit, they both won. Whoa, so that was like our thought process through the night and everything. But yeah, we had a blast. It was pretty cool.
Oh, the other I forgot to mention this other thing for the news story. It's nothing really crazy, but I'm like, okay, I'm not actually upset about that. So, Road Dogg is no longer a part of the writing staff
Oh, I
or
heard
the
about
production
that.
team of WWE behind the scenes. And considering how bad his writing has been, I'm kind of okay with it. But the person who's replaced him is actually the woman who's been in charge of writing a lot of the matches for the women's division. So I'm like, if she's going to be replacing him as a part of the head team, I'm like, that's a good sign. That's a good deal for me. I'll take that deal. Damn good deal.
I'll buy that for
So
a
they're not
dollar.
going to bring back Bischoff and Russo.
No,
No.
we need more pinatas on a pole.
Trust me, bro. It was real wrestling, bro. That's what the fans like, bro.
It's like, let me.
I thought that was like you exaggerating, Jack, until I saw a podcast and literally every third word was bro. And I'm like, oh, fuck,
Nope.
Jack wasn't exaggerating.
No, I'm like, dude, he says bro more than Hulk Hogan said the word brother, like legitimately. I'm like, I make that joke, but I'm like, he really. I'm like, is this like Tourette's? But instead, you just say the word bro. Is it like a New Jersey thing? I don't know. Anyway, what do you think? What do you think, Johnny?
Oh, I love this match. I felt like it was all over the place in a good way. I just liked all these wrestlers, right? In Orton, LA9, Cody Rhodes, Javon's, especially Javon's pretty good, Trick Williams. Everybody was cool except for Logan Paul. Like sometimes I feel like why the hell is he there? To be honest, if I'm being quite honest. Just couldn't wait for him to just kicked out of the ring. But instead, he kicked out two people out of the ring. He kicked out Trick Williams and Javon Evans. So yeah, it was kind of like
But
why?
what did you think of the whole show A to Z, like from A to Z, the show?
Oh, just in general, I think I like the concept. I actually like the pay-per-view concept of having just four matches, but four really good matches. They're four good matches and they're interesting in their own ways.
I,
They don't, it doesn't feel boring or anything. And that's the thing. I feel like lately the AEW pay-per-views, they just
Mhm.
feel a little too long sometimes.
Because the problem is I here's a little behind the scenes thing. So the thing about it is the reason that pay-per-views have so many, like certain companies like AEW have so many matches, is because they want to try to cram in as much as they can, I think. But the problem is like there is such a thing as too much. And the problem is also their matches go too short and they don't feel right pacing wise. I'm a personal believer, as far as American wrestling specifically, I don't really mind it so much in Japanese style because like certain promotions like Stardom matches are usually pretty short. So I'm like, that's fine. But generally I'm a personal believer, especially with like PLEs or pay-per-views. I think if you do it right, I think the magic number would be maybe maximum maybe 7 or 8. If you do it real, I'm talking about like a long show. If you're doing a short show, I think between 4 and 6 is a good part. But that's me. I don't know if Ninja agrees or Mark agrees, but that's me. I think like that's the right sweet spot. If you do it right, I think 4 to 6 is a good number right there.
Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah,
Like
and
between 4 and 6 is a really good sweet spot because you have more time to digest what happened in the previous match. Like this one, we were actually able to call, more spots and remember more of what happened as opposed to, okay, well, this match happened, but I kind of fell asleep or I went to the bathroom or I don't remember the match at all. You only have 4 matches, so everything was very clear, very concise. Also, it's a benefit to the wrestlers because they're not trying to hurry up and get the match done and making a bunch of botches. they actually have more time to make it a little bit more elaborate and things more perfected. So yeah, overall, like regular PLE should be about 4, maybe 6 matches tops. I do agree with that.
Now, another thing I would like to add is that I'm not like 1000% against AEW's like pay-per-views. It's just that they don't. Okay, here's the problem as well. They do have a lot of good matches here and there, but the problem is that they always have at least 2 to 3 matches that could have just been like a regular TV match, not
They
pay-per-view
overstuff it.
worthy.
I think they overstuff it. It's kind of like
Yeah.
it feels like an overinflated suitcase that you're kind of sitting on and trying to zip it down. I'm like, some of this can leave. Some of this can stay behind over here.
It's overdone. It's like, and then they do a lot of repeat matches as well. You know, like I forget who is it that they repeat a lot with?
I also think they should get rid of and this is every promotion, unless it's like I said, unless it's involving a faction. I'm a personal believer. I don't think there should ever be a need for an 8-man or 10-man or 12-man tag match ever. Like you're overdoing it. Unless, like I said, unless it's like a faction war, like a situation. Like, for God's sake, do we really need 24 people in one ring just for one match? For that's not a gauntlet match.
So I think that one of the biggest issues of the AEW is that they want to be grandiose. They're trying so hard to try to beat the competitors that now it just seems like they overdo it, like they're overdoing it. Okay, basically right now the AEW pay-per-views are so long and so exaggerated in so many aspects that right now the AEW pay-per-view looks like that new Archburger from McDonald's.
Yeah, basically. And not only that, and I know you've experienced this a lot, Johnny, and like, you know, both Ninja and I, and hell, even Mark and Wendy experience it too, because they overstuff these cards. We need, like, not even optional, have to take notes to know what the hell happened, because we forget, because there's so much that happens.
Right.
And you're like, I'm like, damn, I didn't know this was gonna be a test, man. I just want to watch the show.
That's what it feels like. And
there's so much shit going on that by the time you're writing down the notes about this spot, like 10 spots happened since then, you know? Like,
not only that,
be honest,
and then it makes it worse when we meet up several days after the fact. We're like, what happened again?
So forgetting what the hell happened. Oh, especially if the Young Bucks are there, like their matches are always all over the place. So it's like you're really gonna forget a lot of the shit they do anyways. But I don't know if I was allowed to swear, but either way, that's what I think about them. But the thing I hate about the pay-per-view, I'm sorry if I'm interrupting.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, the thing I hate the most about a pay-per-view is that it is so long that, especially if I'm not able to catch it live and I'm watching it on repeat due to my scheduling or whatever, even on the day that I'm watching it on repeat, I'm like, bro, I can't watch the whole fucking thing in one seating. I have to like just maybe watch half of the pay-per-view one day and then maybe watch the other half the next day. Like, it's too long. It's too dragged out. And there's times that it's like, I'm trying not to fall asleep here, you know, especially if you're watching it late at night. Yeah, you're gonna kind of fall asleep during some of the matches. Like, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't seem to be a winning formula for AEW.
Yeah, it's true. It's you're trying to do too much. It's like a person who wants to plan the perfect vacation and they have to buy the pristine this, they want to make this and this and this, and then when it doesn't go exactly to plan, they basically blame everything but themselves. I'm like, maybe you overdid it. Like, accept fault in the fact that maybe you shouldn't, there should be a learning curve to learn to not do that much. Maybe pace yourself, maybe, because like not every card could be like a New Japan. Like, if I go to a New Japan show or a TNA show, I know I'm getting my money's worth. Like, whether or not there's a lot of cards or whatever, they fill up the moments, the spots, the talent with enough to go I know what I'm getting. With WWE, same thing. You know that you should be getting at least equal to or more than your money's worth. Granted, the ticket prices are probably the biggest issue, but other than that, but like the actual show itself is not lacking quality. Whereas with AEW, they focus so much on let's quantify rather than quality. It's quantity over quality. It's like, would you rather have a really, really nice steak with like a good mashed potato or whatever, like think of that, like go to a steakhouse and get a really nice plate, a nice meal, or would you rather get these 4 plates of full-size chicken nuggets? It's like, well, I'd rather get the meal, but look at all these nuggets. It's like, yeah, but it's like, it's kind of the equivalent of that. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's like, but we got at least 20 sauces. It's like, yeah, but you're not seeing the problem here, bud. It's not a matter of you giving me too many nuggets or less nuggets. It's more of a matter of you're focusing on the wrong thing rather than the quality of the thing.
Yeah, and with us being reviewers, it's kind of a pain in the neck when you have to watch a pay-per-view and then basically write cliff notes during each match.
Yeah. It's like, oh, and then remember this spot. Oh, yeah, and then I forgot about this spot, and then I forgot. I'm like, damn, because every time we do one of these with AEW, Mark will bring up a thing. I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen.
It's like, yeah, I forgot about that. Let me go to page 32. Oh yeah, you jumped off the rope. That's right.
It's like you're doing like an exam, pretty much.
Exactly. I shouldn't be having to write a freaking like Civil War diary to watch a pay-per-view. Like, dear Margaret, I remember when Kenny Omega got on the top rope and he did 2 somersaults. Like, it's like, no, I don't.
Personally, thank God we get an extra day sometimes, because it's like, well, all right, guys. I mean, I want to do this podcast, but I'm gonna have to study the night before.
Right. What do you think, Mark? What is your feeling on this compared to like our normal format?
Like I said, it's less matches to remember and less like spots to remember and stuff. So it's just easier because sometimes, like for example, this event here was only 4 matches, and there's been times in AEW where the pre-show is 4 matches, and the actual show didn't even start yet. Already got like 4 matches with all them people,
and not even that's not even mentioning the backstage segments. Oh my god, that adds an extra hour to 2 hours worth of stuff. I'm like, we split these things into multi-hours. It's like, it's crazy.
And there's another thing I also want to add up to the pay-per-view, the AEW's 8 hours, 10 hours long pay-per-views is I personally don't think that they don't have the need to make these pay-per-views so long, because they do so many pay-per-views consecutively that there's no need to make them that long. They could actually do this format. They could actually do the 4 to 6 matches, because if you want more matches, hey, just watch the next pay-per-view, and that actually would work out better in their favor. Instead of them doing a 10-hour, 20-hour long pay-per-view, and then, oh shit, in another month or 2, there's going to be another pay-per-view with 20 matches, and then another one, and then, oh, this pay-per-view in Australia, this pay-per-view in in London and in Chicago, and it's like, it's too much.
It is.
Now, one thing is that Wendy and I have been inviting our buddies to come over and watch the wrestling with us, but so far it's only been AEW ones and stuff. We haven't had a time to do the scheduling and whatever. We haven't really invited them over yet for one of these WWE PLE ones, because even I said I don't want to watch all of them. I want to watch the ones that have AJ in them and stuff like that. But the thing is, if we do one of these and invite friends over, I bet you they're so used to the AEW ones that when you see this, like after the 4th match is over, they're like, whoa, that's it? It's not midnight yet. It's over? That kind of thing. They're so used to how long the other ones are.
Hey, you know what? You're the video game master. You can whip out some video games and they can kill time there too. There you go.
Oh god, there we go. Some Street Fighter 6. But so overall it was a good thing, and we're gonna see what's happening. I do want to see Raw tomorrow as of filming today, Sunday. I want to see Raw tomorrow and see which one is gonna challenge AJ Lee for the title in WrestleMania. And for WWE, I'm not sure what other ones they might have before
The next big
WrestleMania.
show is WrestleMania, and then the only they just did NXT Vengeance Day, and then the next one is NXT Stand and Deliver. But the next big show is WrestleMania, and it is 2 nights. But I think based off of last year, it was, I think, collectively 12 matches or 13 matches for over 2 nights, which is like, okay. So I think like one was 6 matches and one was 7 matches. And so far, the only confirmed matches are Punk Roman, Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer, which that's going to be an interesting match.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, because Liv Morgan won the Royal Rumble, so she chose Stephanie Vaquer. Jade Cargill versus Rhea, now that we know that, for the Chamber. And Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the WWE Undisputed Champion. And yeah, so far that's the 4 main ones, but
Then
lot
AJ versus whoever wins tomorrow's gauntlet match.
We can assume. I'm not, like I said, nothing is 100% because like the next couple weeks, because it's currently it's currently the beginning of March, so they have only a couple weeks to build up that card. So we're not really sure what the next card. We know I can list off the other major titles. I know there's the United States Championship, who Carmelo Hayes has been doing an open challenge every week, which has been really fun. Getting him to see him wrestle different talent. The U.S. title, there's the Intercontinental title, who's now Penta, so that's cool. Let's see, there's the Tag Team Championships on Raw and the Tag Team Championships on SmackDown. SmackDown's currently the MFTs, which are Solo's group, aka the former Gorillas of Destiny. And then I forgot who the Raw one is. I totally forgot who the Raw tag champs are. But yeah, so far those are the main ones. And then you might have 1 or 2 grudge matches here and there. Also Brock Lesnar is trying to preemptively book a match for Brock to fight. He keeps trying to invite someone to fight him at WrestleMania. So basically insert match there. A lot of people are going to speculate and believe it's going to be most likely Oba Femi, which if Oba beats Lesnar clean at Mania, I will be so beyond happy. I think everyone will be. Right now, let's see, Julia is the U.S. Women's Champion, so there's that, and AJ Lee is the Intercontinental Women's Champion. So I don't know what they're going to do with those belts. And right now, Nia Jax and Lash Legend are the women's tag team titles, although I don't know if those will necessarily be on the show or not. These are just all the titles. So those are options of things they could do. AJ most likely, obviously, they're going to have her defend her belt at Mania. The Intercontinental, assume, is going to be at Mania. It's been at every Mania. And U.S. title will most likely be at Mania too. But I don't really know any of the other matches, so we're still kind of up in the air. But I figured, like, once we get a finalized card, maybe we could do predictions or something. And
we can do a predictions video depending on what's going on in the world at those times. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, now I want to see how we're gonna do that one though, because the notes and stuff, because it's gonna be 2 nights and all that. But guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure
2
it out.
nights you got to commit to set aside to watch. Because basically you're watching 2 pay-per-views one night after the other. So we'll see how that goes, scheduling wise and all that. But yeah, we'll check it out. So anyways, guys, I think it wraps up this episode of the Diving Cutter Wrestling Podcast, which is of course America's #1 cure for lasagna. If you guys are having sleep deprivation, the shakes, all that kind of stuff, watch our podcast. It'll knock you right out, especially when we're talking about AEW. And we do warn not to be driving or operating any heavy machinery while listening to our podcast. So signing off here, this is Mark Rodriguez.
William White, aka Ninja Panda 1980, fresh out of the Elimination Chamber.
Jack Knives from Jack Knives Reviews, signing out.
Johnny Rodriguez.
Yep, the one and only Johnny Rodriguez with the ramen shirt. So anyways, guys, see y'all next time.